Tape marker, Deepwater review, guys. Let's get right to it, ladies and gentlemen. Hulu original. Action. What's going on, Movie Talk fans? I'm Ryan D. Ryan 680.
I'm Angela, that Caladiange.
And this is Movie Talk Show, guys. Alamo City Movie Talk. Thank you so much for watching, making us a part of your day. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. All right, Angela, what movie are we reviewing today?
Deepwater.
Yeah, Deepwater, Hulu original, ladies and gentlemen, which stars Ben Affleck. March 18th, the original release date for this film. And here's the thing. I've been seeing a lot of huge promos for this and everything, and I was kind of skeptical at first going into this movie because we've always known him to play. And watching this movie, it's more so that I just see Batman so much more. I mean,
I disagree with you.
Okay, tell me why you disagree with me.
I don't see Batman.
Oh,
but also, I mean, I probably shouldn't have said the title so enthusiastically because it is a pretty drama thriller.
Let's talk about
a little bit.
It's about a well-to-do husband who allows his wife to have affairs in order to avoid a divorce between a prime suspect and the disappearance of her lovers. So, yeah, very hostile subject. Very hostile subject here to talk about, especially for married couples like ourselves, about situations like this. Luckily, thankfully we don't know anyone who's in a situation that we know of. But it's such a thriller mystery, like you mentioned already. I mean, what'd you think of this movie, Angela? Without going into spoilers, I mean,
I didn't really see a trailer going into this. I didn't see promos, so I had no idea other than it was Ben Affleck and Ana de Armas. I hadn't seen her or anything. I don't recognize her for anything.
Well, she's from Knives Out, which she was brilliant in, and then she was in the latest 007 movie, which I thought she was good in too.
And I don't watch the 007, and Knives Out's a little foggy to me. So I haven't recollected anything from her that she's done. Yeah. Me, personally, I don't particularly like Ben Affleck. He's my favorite actor. I don't see him as Batman. I see him as Batman. But overall, like, I didn't know what I was going into. Yeah. But after watching it, I was pleasantly surprised. It definitely kept me interested. Like, it keeps you on your toes. Yeah. It's such, like, I'm really into, like, the thriller. It's almost psychological a little bit. Yeah. A little sense into it. Because you just don't know what's happening, what's going on. But I really liked the story. Mm-hmm. And like you say, it's a man and a wife, and the woman has affairs. And it's just Ben Affleck is the husband, and he is the main suspect when all of her lovers start disappearing. Yeah, and mysteriously end up dying. Okay, so this movie really, when I really thought about it, it has really good ideas on paper, has really good psychological things on paper. And here's the thing: it's just when it came to execution part, I'm not really one to say this for this particular actor, for Ben, but I mean, it's not his fault. It's more so the creative side and the way it was probably a screenplay and everything. I just feel like for me, it just didn't execute as much as I wanted it to so much. It didn't execute. It didn't have the same, like, it was a thriller in that sense. It's weird because you're rooting for the bad guy in this movie in a weird sense. That's for me, where that psychological part comes in. Who really is the bad guy?
Exactly, and he gives you this confusion and to put in lighter terms here, the way the description is, it says a prime suspect in the disappearance of her lovers. Like, let's be honest, there wasn't necessarily an investigation per se. It didn't really give us the details of it. It just gave us like a little bit, and they didn't really execute it well as far as like, oh my god, who's the killer, or is it him? Is it they? That goes.
It's so funny you mention that because you always kind of poke fun of. I'm a huge crime person. Love true crime. Love TV fictional crime.
Yes, I know.
I'm so into Criminal Minds, and I know that you always make fun of it's not solved real fast. That's not quick.
I know.
Then this is like the opposite end of that.
Okay, but this is a 2-hour movie versus an hour show. It's versus an hour show.
But the whole point is our show that's gone on for 13 seasons. But anyways, the whole point is that the investigation into these murders is not the main point of this. The main point is the dynamic from this husband-wife relationship.
It's very so much anger in here, so much hostility when it comes down to Ben, he executes that so well. I mean, he's really putting a strain on himself and putting a strain on his emotions when it comes down to it. Especially watching your significant other really do these acts and we'll call them acts because we're not gonna go into full detail because you guys are gonna watch the movie.
But it's all done you just see him kind of almost not necessarily lose control,
it's destroying layers of him.
It does,
yeah.
And I like that. It's not those little nuances from Ben Affleck that I really appreciate what he does, and it really just elevates this film a little bit more. You see his progression from the beginning of the film, how he is calm, composed, collected, and you see how watching this unfold as he sees his wife with multiple men, how it really affects him. And it's those little subtleties that, you see from beginning to end and how it affects him in the end, in the long run, how, everyone has their breaking point.
Yeah, definitely. And it has like a lot of bitter and a lot of anger in their relationship, but it actually shows us how their marriage is and how she's very not motherly at all in the context of us showing us
so different. They're so different in personalities, the way they interact with each other, with their child. So it's very interesting to see that dynamic. I really appreciated both the Ben Affleck and Anna de Armas. I really liked what they brought to those roles. Overall, I was pleasantly surprised by this mystery thriller.
The tone for this feels very real, and it feels like you're in this not necessarily marriage, but you're in this struggle with them through their marriage, watching it before your eyes, and you're just getting locked into the whole sequence and the whole struggle of them, and how Ben is just really gets so pissed off, and especially during the parties, and it's very cringe-worthy. And for Ben Affleck to really see that, to actually see him react to those certain things, those certain situations, and knowing that, and it's just certain things that she just can't control, I guess, in that context there. But in this movie, in this situation here, but definitely, the tone feels very strained on. It feels very strained a lot. I feel like they could have gone a different way. Again, it could have been executed very differently and maybe give me a higher rating. But was this a film that we deserved, Angela?
I would say yes, because it makes you think. Yeah. Especially the ending. We won't reveal spoilers, but it really makes you question, like, what happened?
Exactly.
What's going on? What's
and I think that's the point. I think that's the point. It's supposed to psychologically make you like this, but in the same way, there were certain things in this movie, like the runtime. For one, the runtime's an hour and 55 minutes. I could have cut 30 minutes out of this movie or 20 minutes out of this movie. Let's be real. An hour and a half film probably would have changed my rating a lot and would have changed my whole overall review of this movie. But definitely, I would definitely give this movie a chance, guys. If you like the way the mystery thriller is, or you like mystery films or any of that nature, crime. Because it doesn't. That's the thing, though. It doesn't really feel like an investigation per se, it doesn't feel like that whatsoever. So again, go in with more of a drama take on this movie. But now, ratings, Angela. What are you going to give this rating? 1 out of 10. 10 be the highest for this movie.
I would give it a solid 6.5.
I'm gonna, that's funny because I'm gonna give it a solid 5. I think this was an average movie. It didn't feel like it really exceeded my expectations here and everything, but it did feel like this was definitely a movie to check out, guys. Especially for this type of character, especially for this type of situation, because this subject really is gonna lure people in to watch this movie, especially especially the way it's sequence and the way it's really being marketed too. It just feels very mysterious, and I didn't see the trailer. I saw a poster, and the poster really hooked me on. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna watch this, request this, see if we like it. But yeah, definitely give it a 5 out of 10, guys. Alamo City Movie Talk, we will recommend this movie, guys. We definitely will. This is a movie that's really gonna, either you're gonna like it or you're gonna hate it. I'll leave it out like that. It's one of those movies to where, like, either you're gonna enjoy it. Again, I personally, for me, I enjoyed it for what it was. I'm not going to say it's the best movie out there for Ben. I'm not going to say it's the best movie to watch right now. But I'm going to say, if you do like mystery horror, give this movie a chance, because the movies are all work of art here. So yeah, definitely. Any final thoughts, Angela?
I think you might be pleasantly surprised. Again, if you're so into that sort of genre like I am, I think you'll enjoy it. And again, it is, like you say, it has some flaws in it, but overall it's a well-rounded film, and it's pretty surprising.
Yeah, definitely. And again, though, it's one of those movies, you're going to love it or hate it. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for making us a part of your day. Have yourself a wonderful day / night or morning, whenever the daytime it is you're watching this movie, guys. But thank you so much. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. As always, I'm your host, Ryan D. Ryan680.
I'm Angela, that Kelly Ange.
And this is Alamo City Movie Talk, guys. Check you later.